Ja Morant officially suspended 25 games. Seems like the league's making an example out of Ja, even though he technically did nothing illegal. Is it fair to expect Ja to be a role model for younger players when that is not what he signed up for? Is this expectation implied when players choose to go pro? I don't think the expectation is be a role model. I think it's don't be a dumbass. And there are things that you get in trouble at work for that aren't illegal in every workplace all the time. Particularly if you get in trouble for something once, your workplace makes it very clear this is unacceptable, and then you apologize, say you'll do better, and then do the exact same thing again. I have massive sympathy for Ja in that it seems like he is going through a lot. I do not have sympathy in that it's like, oh, what did he do? We all know what he did. He was a dumbass. That's what he did. Like, I just spilled my delicious Starbucks coffee all over myself. That's what he did. And so, here is my concern for Ja. And we've spent a lot of time on it in the past. We don't have to spend too much more time on it here. I do not think the amount of games is going to have any impact on whether or not he changes his behavior. I think give him 5 games, 25 games, 55 games. He lost $40 million because of the first thing. He did the exact same thing a month later. I think the question is whether or not he thinks what he's doing is actually a problem and wants to change his behavior. I have concerns on both of those fronts. There was a report yesterday that Ja and people close to him think the NBA is out to get him and singling him out. That to me is problematic. If Ja thinks he's being, yes, you are being singled out because you're the only guy in a league of 450 guys that keeps showing up on Instagram showing off pistols. Yes, you are being singled out in that regard. And I know this is an uncomfortable analogy, but I will use it again. For the people that just beat the drum on, he's not breaking any laws. Guys, if Ja Morant in March posted totally 2 consenting adults, a sex tape of himself to Instagram, and the league called him in and said, buddy, you can't do that. You got to sit down for a bit. He then said, guys, I'm going to go into some treatment. I'm dealing with some stress. I have some issues, making some poor decisions. After the year said, I'm going to do better. I'm going to work on myself. And a month later, posted a new sex tape to Instagram. He would be in a lot of trouble. It would not be illegal. It would show horrific decision making. And you would wonder, what is he going through that is making him do these types of things? Put it in that bucket. If we want to have an actual debate about guns in America, the either correct or incorrect interpretation of the Second Amendment, the unequal application of laws about who is and who isn't penalized by the state or perceived as a threat when they're carrying a gun, we can have all of those discussions. None of them have anything to do, if you're being intellectually honest, with the Ja Morant situation. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.